In this video, I'm going to create a Christmas design for my Instagram and I'm going to take you on the journey with me. Let's go. So before we get started, if you're looking for more tips, tricks, hacks, tutorials and other design inspiration videos, then make sure you click that subscribe button and also don't forget to hit that notification bell to get notified every time that I post a new video. So this is Photoshop Therapy episode 10, and if you haven't joined us on one of these episodes before, what happens is I create a design for my Instagram and it's unedited, there's no speeding up, there's no cutting things out, it's just me creating a design to a specific theme and you kind of follow along as I create. So let's get started. So today's theme is going to be a Christmassy one and it's called Let Every Heart Prepare Him Room from the carol Joy to the World. So we're going to get started and see what we can create. So the first thing I'm always going to do is put text on the artboard just to get us kind of getting a good visual of how things look and how the text kind of sits, and then we can start to work with that. So I like to just kind of work out what the size of each word is and just how it fits on the board. And then we can start to add some effects and different fonts and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's get started. So we'll do every, we're just going to start messing around with some fonts here and see what we can create. I'm not entirely sure which direction I want to take, but I'm going to play around with a few ideas and see what happens. So one of the styles that I like at the moment is mixing fonts in the same word, whether it's making part of it italicized or whether it's literally switching fonts over, depending on what part of the, so maybe like the E is one font and the V is another font, that kind of thing. So I'm just going to have a little look at what we have and see what we can do. So I do like this font, what's it called? Bickham script. And I quite like the idea of mixing like cursive fonts with sans serif fonts or serif fonts. So we're going to give that a little try to start. So I'm going to get one of our fonts back. Let's do New Has for now. It's always a firm favourite. And then we'll see whether that's going to work together or not. See, I kind of like how that looks already. So let's move that like that. So add the L for let. I forgot to add that word in. So do let like that. I'm not massively happy with how close those two letters are, so we'll space that out a little bit. Like so. And there's definitely some work to do on that one. It doesn't feel quite right. Let's make that 200. Let's try that. Let's make that 100. It's weird. Let's just make that 100. Oh, okay. I'm using the wrong. I'm using the wrong adjustment. I've been trying to adjust the line spacing, not the kerning. So there is a lesson for me. Is focus on what I'm doing before I try to act like I know everything. Okay, so let's bring those together like that. Kind of like how that looks at the moment. Let's see how heart looks, because that's going to be the most important one, I think. Making sure we get that right. So the H is really cool on this font. And I don't know whether I want to go like full cursive for that middle font, that middle word, heart. I think that could be a cool little touch. But then again, I don't know if it's going to be too like overcrowded. Let's see. Let's just see how that goes. I'm going to leave that as is. And we'll come back to that if it doesn't work. Now I'm going to do prepare. Like that. Part of it's getting the spacing right, so like the height adjustment, so whether, because if you did it properly, like using the thing, it would look like that. If you did it level, I think the best way to go about it might be to have it sit on that bottom line there. So lower, I don't know what that's called, lower aligned, or what? Yeah, I guess so. But then again, like I don't know if that's going to work for every. Let's see. Yeah, so that looks out of place on every. So I think I'm just gonna have to kind of do it by eye and see how we get on. So that's prepare, like that. Okay, and then so it's let every heart prepare him. So we'll get this one, since it's the same number of letters. We'll do H, and then IM, like so. And then we'll bring the spacing a little bit because we don't need to do that this time. Him, and then room is the last one. So we'll get that one like that, and put R instead. And I like the R as well, it's pretty cool. And I wonder if we go stretch font, is that bad? Am I gonna get told off? Oh, this could be cool if we can make this work. Oh, you know what? I'm going to change it. I'm going to change my mind. So all of these are going, and we're going to go down that stretch font route. And no, it's not exactly how you meant to do it, but I just think it could be really cool. And then it kind of fixes that whole alignment issue because we just like make the sans serif font as big as the cursive. So we're going to change it to let. I know you're probably thinking, why didn't you just change all of the text? Like, why didn't you just go through and change the font? But because it's stretched, I want to make sure it's the same amount for each word. And if I just were to do it by eye, it wouldn't have worked. So we're duplicating and going again. I hope you guys don't mind. So let ev ver very no. So it's 0. That let every. And then I think for heart, I think I've changed my mind. We could say I've had a change of heart. I'm going to change that to just like the same font as everything else because I think we can make that work well. I don't think there's much merit in having one like highlighted word when all of these have got a little bit of pizzazz to them. Let every heart room, so we need to add prepare, don't we? Prepare and him. Okay, so P. That and check mark, and then we're going to go prepare. So we repair like that, yeah. So we do it like that. So let every heart. So we'll take that, prepare, and then him is the final word. Hopefully. We'll be done with this font arrangement, text arrangement, word arrangement, however you want to say it. Like that, I think will work well. Okay, so let's start to align these. I'm going to actually label these layers because otherwise I'm going to be stuck here for a while. So room, let a really noisy lorry or something's decided to show up right while I'm filming, so that's super helpful. So apologies if that makes a lot of noise in the background. And then heart. In the UK we call lorries, or we call trucks lorries, so anything like a box truck or a semi, we call it a lorry, in case you're wondering what that is. And you can laugh at our stupid language, but we invented it, so who's laughing now? Let every, and then heart, like that. Prepare, and then him, and then room. So we're gonna match these two guys up like that and center those. Okay, we're gonna have to do some like centering by eye as well because it's clear that the font's going to look off. If we actually center it like that, it doesn't look in the middle to me. That looks off. So let's get heart centered. In fact, let's get them all centered like that and see what it looks like. And then we'll start to work out where they need to go. Let every heart prepare. So So I think him and room need to come closer, don't they? I may have to do a little bit of touching. Like that. Unless I move him up one. Prepare him like that. So move those two along. No, let's go back. I almost wonder if there's merit of having it one under each other like this. Like so. And then selecting all of those and then centering those to each other. Now that looks, no. Okay, so we've got something happening here, we've got something working. Let's make that into a thing. Like so. I'm going to convert to smart object. And now I'm going to start to play around with kind of like the thickness, the stamp effect, the kind of things I normally do, just to see if we can start to make this look a bit more combined together. At the moment it doesn't quite feel right. So get the old filter gallery up and then go down to stamp. Hopefully these guys will start to blend a little bit. And we'll start to get some cool effects. Zoom out. Like that. And then maybe we'll, I'm not sure what else I might add. Maybe that. And then we're going to remove white, like so. I think it looks messy. Let's try mixing it with a heart shape because that might save us. But at the moment I'm not a huge fan of where this is going. So let's get that. There's a heart glyph in the interpack that I normally use. It just saves a lot of time creating a heart shape. There you go. And then what I'll do is I'll make that bigger, like so. Big as I can, and then I'm gonna go stroke and then make that a very thin black stroke, like so. And then I'm gonna remove the fill, so we have a stroke outline. I'll probably make it about that thick. Cool. Convert to smart object, center that up. Okay, now I'm going to put this on top and then add a stroke to this. And then make that stroke white. Like that. And then I'm going to put those two together. Add a stroke to that as well. Put those two together like so. Filter, gallery, and then stamp, and then we're going to make that. Let's see what happens if we make it like extra thick. We'll try it because I got an idea. I think this would work better if I had let every and then heart prepare him room and make that a little bit more. So use this space here. So let's go back to the drawing board. It's not too bad because we can just go through our smart objects and fix this. I may have to do some adjustment of canvas size, etc. But that's not too bad. Alright, so every heart like that. Center those, grab those two. Okay. And then now we're going to need to make this image canvas size, let's say 2500. About spot on, really. So then, let's make those two combined groups. And then we're going to drag that up. I think this could work better, which I'm pretty sure I wanted to do before, but I didn't, because I thought it wouldn't look as good. So let's see how we get on with this. So we're going to center that to the canvas as well. If I can click on it properly, canvas, like that, canvas, and then center like so. Maybe just try centering that in the middle like that. Okay, save. And then we're going to have to go through and do all of this. This is the only kind of annoying part about this whole smart object thing. It's quite often you have these kind of annoyances you have to fix. That's what I get for putting too many effects on. So then we'll go canvas size again, make that 2500. Save, and then we have to make that a little bit bigger as well, aren't we? It's getting cut off, so canvas size again, let's do like 3200. And then we're going to center both of those to the canvas. Like that. It's definitely better. Like I feel like I was getting somewhere. So now we just got to make this kind of work together with the heart. So change that to selection. Select those two and now center it. Yeah, I think it needs to be like that. Let's try saving that and see what happens. So obviously it's super thick right now because of the effect I put on, but what my plan is to go up to other and then maximum, and then we'll just shrink this down to how we want it to look. Maybe something like that. Hopefully when I convert it to a smart object, it's going to clean up the edges. Yeah. I like it. I think we're getting somewhere. I almost like want to add like a gradient. Like I feel like what would be cool is if I did like a gradient here. So grab like a circle and then find like a gradient like one I've made previously. A kind of pink gradient. I have that set to radial like so. We'll get rid of the thing here. And then we're just gonna gouge and blur that like this. Maybe this could be cool. Let's see. That's a smart object. Shrink it down a little bit. And do the same here. Now I'm going to make the background black. And then I'm going to make this text white. Like so. Don't know, it still looks a little messy. Let's see what happens when we get a picture in. We might need to do some more tweaking, but let's see. So, I wonder if I need to make the heart smaller. I wonder if that's going to help. It might make things worse, but let's see. I just think it's too much like free space. And what I'm definitely going to do is fix this as well. I think this is too thick. So let's bring down that. like so. In fact, let's just turn that. Oh no, I need to do that, don't I? So we're going to zoom out here, and we're going to bring that down to like 49. And then do something like that, and then click Convert to Smart Object. And then we're going to get rid of that maximum. Now that's better. And then if I make that another smart object, I feel like it needs just a little something down here just to balance things out. Let me find out what the next part of the lyrics are to Joy to the World. I think that could help. Joy to the World lyrics. What's this? Let every heart prepare him room. Maybe I'll do Joy to the World here, and then the Lord is come here. Let's try that. I think it's just going to help add a little extra dimension. I'm going to make that white. Make that nice and small. Yeah, that's definitely going to help. Let me just make sure that those lyrics are right. Okay. I think I'm just going to double those out, because what's going to happen is people are going to say that it should be the Lord has come, and that's not the correct lyrics. But then I can't bother to have that conversation in the comment section, so probably just best for everyone's sanity that we keep it as Joy to the World. Okay, so make that black, and that seems counterintuitive because everything else is white, but all will be revealed in a second. So then we'll now add a stroke like that. Might make those a little bit thicker actually. Maybe make it 65 medium, yeah. And just space those out as well. Convert to Smart Object, Filter, Gallery, Stamp, and then make that like that. Cool. Make that smaller. Color overlay white. Okay, now I'm going to group those. Let's try a different picture. So let's try changing the colours here. Yeah, this picture's not going to work. It's normally pretty easy to tell if the picture's going to work or not. Don't really like that one. This one could be cool. Do like a color overlay, something like a subtle blue could be cool. See, I like this photo, I really like the diffusion effect, but I think it's just like, I don't like the half, this like whole black section down here. Oh, I guess I could just do that. But then I feel like this guy's face is getting cut off. Dilemmas. Let's see what I can do. Maybe I can bring the exposure down to let that come through, and then if I add like a noise filter on top, it might help to just create some background separation. That's 60. Okay, so now let's look at colors. I like that purple. That could work nicely if we can get the balance right. Okay, that gradient's not going to work. Let's do a bit of hue and saturation, see if that tweaks anything. I think that could work. Just a little tweak there has definitely helped. And then maybe if I just see what a drop shadow would look like, but I'm not hopeful. So we go to normal, bring up the opacity. Yeah, we're not doing that. I'm going to play around with a couple of other effects, see what a motion kind of blur thing would do. I don't think it's going to be a good idea, but we'll see. So if I go to, is it iris blur? Was it this one? No. In fact, let's cancel that. It was another one. It was filter, blur. It was radial blur. That was it, and then zoom. And then like that. Set it to best as well. Sometimes this can get a cool effect just by how it blurs in a certain direction. But we'll see. Sometimes it can look really ugly. I have a feeling it's going to be on the ugly side, but I don't know actually. We might be able to make that work. It's just got to be clear, that's the problem. It's given me lots of ideas. I normally like do some extra like alternatives on the side, and this is giving me a lot of ideas for some alternatives. So this is like our main picture, but if you go onto the Instagram after this and scroll through, you'll see like a few different examples of how to do the picture. So I think I'm actually going to save that for the other slides. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, go and check me out at Design by Reuben. Reuben is spelled R-E-U-B-E-N, just like the sandwich. Cool. And my little shameless self-promotion. I mean, it is my channel. I guess I can do that. Let's bring up some vibrance a little bit. I might just bring this guy up. I feel like he needs to sit. Yeah. And then I'm just going to have a little play around with the hue again and see if there's any other colours that want to work. So yellow is cool. I feel like yellow is just like an easy win. I feel like going for a different colour is a bit more, like I put a bit more effort in. I kind of like that pink actually. Yeah, let's go for it. Why not? So just need to try and find a way to just make this a little bit more contrasty. So maybe the exposure is going to help fix that. Okay, I think that is me done. Let's make that 75. And there we go, let every heart prepare him room. Yeah. So there we have it. That is my Photoshop Therapy episode 10 Christmas design on the theme of let every heart prepare him room. Let me know what you think about this design in the comments. I'll read through, always love to hear your feedback, and maybe I'll implement something into my next design. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure you leave a like. It really does go a long way to helping this channel, and consider subscribing for plenty more videos like this to come. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.